All right, everyone. Good and a happy Wednesday to you. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon here with your update here for this evening. The extended forecast looking to bring back more sunshine and eventually bring back more warmth as well. It's been a cool stretch. Some highs only in the 60s. The 4th of July weekend definitely going to warm up. We'll see how many clouds are expected to be in place, though, as we head on into that time. And really still not a whole lot of active weather around, but could see some light shower activity into the day on Thursday, so we'll get into that here in just a bit. First, let's talk about the 7-day forecast. And you can see there is a long stretch of dry weather yet again for many of us. Now, there are going to be a few showers, especially for areas north of I-90 heading into the day for tomorrow, as these 60s do remain in place, because that's something we've been seeing here for quite some time, almost a week straight. Other than that day on Saturday, the 27th, as we topped off at 70 degrees. Outside of there, yeah, it's been more so just the 60s for highs. So it's been a long stretch of some cooler than average weather, and I think we are going to see more of that to come as we head on into the day for Thursday again, before things do start to change up a little more. Now, as we head on not only into the weekend, but into perhaps maybe even the first full week of July and even into the middle part of the month, there's going to be some warmer weather trying to find its way closer to us. It looks like more the eastern side of the state will get in a little more on that action than what we're going to see here in parts of western Washington, which for some of us, I'm sure, we're not too upset about. Let's take a look around some of the area right now. We've seen a lot of cloud coverage across the region. Still noticing it here across some parts of Granite Falls into the earlier part of your Wednesday evening. Some blue skies and also a little sunshine out there from time to time up this way around Everett and down this way around SE8. Busy departure deck here into Wednesday. And then looking ahead as we head on into more of the night, cloudier skies will prevail. We'll see temperatures in the mid-60s. Eventually those numbers dropping back down into the 50s for those overnight lows. All right, let's take a look. What's happening on radar? There's some light shower activity across the northeastern side of the state. Maybe a sprinkle or two out there for some of you, but really the moisture has been so limited we haven't seen much of anything at all. We'll continue to note just more of the cloud coverage here as we head on into the night. Looking at that on Futurecast, you can see little dip and dots of a few speckles of green showing up on radar. That means could see a few light sprinkles out there, mainly though for the higher terrain. We'll head into the start of the day tomorrow, definitely dealing with clouds early into the day on Thursday, and that system coming in from the west, it does approach and it does bring rainfall. Better chances will be out over the Olympic Peninsula and for areas farther to the north, across more of the San Juans and parts of Skagit and Whatcom County. Now, we really don't see a whole lot of this rain sticking around for a good part of the day. And for areas farther to the south, check out what happens here over the next few hours. So that's at noon heading into Thursday. A lot of that dissipates as it pushes its way eastward. But we'll hold until together enough maybe to see a few light showers into the early afternoon for those of us around Puget Sound, but keeping the higher chances farther north as we head on into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, and then into the day on Friday. You can see some of that trying to break down. This is going to be really the thing that we keep an eye out for. This is the focal point for the forecast. How much clearing do we get to see, and who gets to see that clearing into the days for Friday and Saturday for the 4th of July? Because right now it's looking like we are going to keep more of that cloud coverage farther to the north, and that probably will mean limiting some of those afternoon highs, keeping them more so into the 60s, while areas farther to the south are able to warm up quite a bit more. We're seeing not only just 70s, some spots even approaching the mid to upper 70s and maybe even the lower 80s by the time we head into Saturday or Sunday. But you can see that trend does continue on into the day on Saturday. Here we go for 4th of July, 6 o'clock, early into Saturday morning. Now that system that's on the way, maybe 1/10 of an inch of rain at best, getting up closer to 2/10 farther to the north, but that should be just about it. And you can see that this will be part of a pattern that will keep more of the active weather farther to the north into more BC, while areas here farther to the south, we get to dry out a bit more, or at least clear out. We haven't really been seeing that much rain, but on into Monday, and then Tuesday, seeing a few clouds that could be in place. Those probably will be some of our warmer days, though, ahead of this next disturbance, which will try to find its way on in here by the time we head on into Wednesday. So when we look at some of the afternoon highs, or some of the overnight lows first, you can see a lot of those numbers dropping down between the low to mid-50s, a little cooler than average, all the way through next Monday, and on into our 4th of July, which is still expected to be a pretty decent day. You can see highs in the mid-70s. Plenty of sunshine out there, and as we head on into that evening forecast, right around when fireworks will be taking off for us at about 10 p.m., you can see And that we're going to see temperatures in the mid-60s and partly to mostly cloudy skies. I think more partly cloudy than not, but definitely going to be a pretty decent evening ahead. All right, let's go with those overnight lows. Tonight, we're going to see those overnight lows drop down generally in the low 50s, but a few upper 40s too. So a coolish start to our day on Thursday. And then we'll see some of those showers around heading on into the day for tomorrow for areas farther to the north. Better chances up this way for Skagit and Whatcom County and the San Juans and at Cordes getting up to 61. We'll top off at 64 in Arlington, 61 around Coopville, mid-60s for Redmond, Issaquah at 63, 65 in Bremerton, and seeing more highs farther south in the mid to upper 60s, Belfair, Tacoma, and in Puyallup with Tenino getting up to 64. Castle Rock up to 69, 70s better chances of that closer to the Oregon state line where we are going to see more sunshine, but lower 60s for the south coast, and then more mid to upper 50s for us closer to the central and north coast with areas around areas such as Port Angeles and over towards Sequim in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Quilcene getting up to 65 degrees. And your 7-day forecast, again, things overall staying relatively quiet and dry. Just noticing a little less in terms of that cloud coverage for the next couple of days, and some of those showers mainly north of I-90 will be around heading on into the day on Thursday, and then keeping an eye out for maybe a few more clouds heading on into the day on Saturday as we gradually start to clear out as we go throughout the day. Right now, looking like we are going to have enough of an airflow, enough of that wind around that those fireworks shows probably won't see all of that smoke just stay around some of the same areas where the fireworks are exploding, which would probably limit some of the firework displays that you would be able to see. Okay, everyone? So yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for that forecast and just let you know exactly how things will continue to shape up as we head closer to that time, but definitely looking like it's going to be a drier time here ahead, heading on into the holiday weekend. Okay, everyone, take care. Have a wonderful Wednesday night. We'll talk to you soon.